What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In today's video, we're hopping into the Mortal Thor issue number 3. Now, this comic, by the end of this, we're both going to be wondering what the hell is going on in this comic, but I absolutely love it, even though I'm getting very minimal detail on what's happening. Because this is the family reunion. This is the gods coming together. Loki up to his regular mischief. The god of knowledge is coming in to find out what is happening. Now, our story starts us off at Rox Incorporation. We pick up with the long-lost brother of Thor. And this story is focusing around 4 gods. Gods of thunder, gods of story, gods of knowledge, and then the gods of lie, the serpent. Blake is a real oddball in this story. Like, I really don't understand what they're doing with him or the direction they're taking him. But, calling himself the god of lies and going upon this evil corporation CEO dude. I'm not really sure what they're trying to do with it, but obviously it's sinister. Obviously it's all gonna be ill-mannered. It's just a real sleazeball, and it comes out in just the first couple of pages. They're really just honing in on that corporate douchebag evildoer aspect. Standing before him is his little legion. They refer to him as Father. Now, Blake's a real weirdo, but while he's getting a sit rep, he hears a name. He hears the name Sigurd. Knowing this name, knowing who it is, he sends his forces after them. While we pick up with him in his bed, Sig is having a dream. He's having a dream of Thor. And Thor is telling him that I'm dead. I am dead and you are not. That you have nothing of mine. That it is now winter. All I was is buried under the snow. All but one thing. There is wrong. And where there is wrong, you will break the sky to right it. That is who you are. That is who we are. Now, Sig wakes up from this dream and has no idea what the hell's going on. But this dream, this person, has been plaguing him. Taking to the next morning, we have Sig, who's trying to get some work. But while he's trying to get some work, he doesn't actually have the correct paperwork. Lucky for him, he's got a little god of stories to help him out. With our friend Lucky, which we've assumed at this point is gotta be Loki, he ensured that he had the right paperwork. He ensured that Sig was being able to go down the right path. Now, we don't really know what Loki is up to, why he has been helping out Sig this whole way, but I think we're all waiting for the other shoe to drop. And so with Sig getting hired on, he gets the work, and he's just outdoing everybody. He's showing everybody up. And while he's the star of the hour, just for the moment, this is where Rox and goons show up. Unauthorized for lethal force. They use tranq darts on everybody here. They start dropping people left and right. Now, by the time that Sig is seeing what's happening, by the time he gets a bearing on his surroundings, everyone around him is falling. Everyone's dropping like flies. And these Rox and goons, they are not messing around. They've come to take down Sig one way or another. Them taking down every potential witness. They switched to lethal poison. They're here to take down Sig for good. This is when Sig wraps that hammer up. Having those cuffs latches it to his wrist. And then he comes down with that hammer. He comes down with the mighty roar of Thor. He slings that hammer. He crushes it in dudes' skulls. He knocks them from the rafters. Bodies go flying off of these beams. And here while he's fighting, it even looks like one of these poison darts or even a bullet. Not necessarily sure what they're shooting, but it bounces off of his hair. It bounces off of Sig's hair and bounces back at the guy, hitting him in the chest, and blood comes gushing out. Now, they said they switched to poison. Assuming that they're using the same guns, we would assume that it's darts. But this projectile fired back as if it were a bullet. Now, are we having the implication that this ricocheted off of his hair? But we've seen him bloodied as well, so it's very interesting. So with Sig knocking these dudes, and we just see them falling onto cop cars, obviously things are bad and they're going sideways very quickly. Even the cops like, what the hell is going on here? So Sig, he makes a call. Calling his neighbor for a little bit of help, she hightails it down there. Says to stay where you are, I'm coming down there with a lawyer right now. But more importantly, Lucky is here. And Lucky has a visitor. Telling Lucky that if you wanted to remain hidden, you should not have used your magic on those mortal papers. Loki. because that requires knowledge. Knowledge that I do not have. And knowledge that I do not have is knowledge that I seek. So satisfy my curiosity. Tell your father Odin exactly what you were up to. Pray that I enjoy the tale. That is where this issue will end. So holy crap, not only do we have the return of Odin, we have confirmation that Lucky is in fact Loki, which I think we all already assumed. And then our god of lies appears to be Blake. The only one missing, the only one that doesn't seem to understand that he's a god in this situation is Sig. But like I said, by the end of this, you're still wondering, like, what the hell is going on with the Mortal Thor? Like, it's a great story. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It just leaves you with so many questions. Like, what is Odin up to? Why only now has he come to investigate? How has Loki kept all of this hidden? Is this Loki's attempt of bringing his brother back through proxy of Sig? Is Odin unaware of this? And what play does Blake have in all these ongoing storylines? How does he connect in? This story has definitely left us wondering what the heck is going to happen next. One thing they have not skimped on is the absolute brutal violence. They don't hold back. They see Thor just smashing in dudes' faces. Like, these Roxxon goons, they're going to need facial reconstruction surgery if they're even alive. And I love that aspect. I love the brutal nature of it. We don't get that too often in comics anymore, unless we're talking like The Punisher, where you expect it. Rarely do we get to see, humans actually just getting decimated. So it's nice to see a little more brutality, especially from someone like Sig. I mean, wielding a hammer and smashing people, you're gonna have brutality. You can't get around it. All in all though, 3 issues in, we're introducing a bunch of characters, we're building up the story, we're building up that foundation. I'm still not sure if this is gonna be a banger or not, but I like what they're doing. I like the start of it. I like to see really where they're gonna take it, and hopefully, like most Marvel stories, I always say, hopefully by the end of this, it can land on its feet. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that has been going on with the Mortal Thor, you can go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. That's going to get you completely caught up on everything that has been going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. This is a lot like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50 from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you're getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, please do me the favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.